was all curled up there, wasn't going to say a thing, but then she moved. Opened her eyes and reached out. That's content. Right. I'd say start at the end of your mat. We're going to go into movement. Day 3. Welcome back. But I'm going to stand here, face you guys for a little bit. So, suddenly this feels familiar, but it's only familiar because I've actually practiced it. Hiya, Rory. Alright, mate. Tadasana, big toes. Get it active, get the lift, get the openness in the front ribs to back ribs, broad across the diaphragm, shoulder blades. Chin towards the back of the neck long. Urdhva Hastasana, arms overhead. Sitting down into Utkatasana, so the spine stays neutral. You bend at the hip. If you can't do that with the arms, let them come forwards. Anyway, talking too much. Uttanasana, towards the floor, drop your head. And to come out for now, hands to your hips, straighten your back, and follow your sternum out. Urdhva Hastasana, Utkatasana. Take your weight back into your heels, bend forwards and down. If you can to the floor, if not to your elbows. Okay, and coming out again. You can step your feet hip width apart in this, but coming out straight back and then from the hip, leading to the sternum all the way out. Urdhva Hastasana. Utkatasana, weight in your heels. Don't worry about falling backwards, it means you're testing the limits. And forwards. By this time, bend the knees. Deeper this time. And still just, spine is neutral. So you have to come forwards. Keep your weight in your heels. And I've done it again, I haven't said. So repeat that. Let me just get my timepiece organised. In an utter refusal to take two, to do it in 2 takes. Okay, Utkatasana. And then forwards, if you're not all there already, into Uttanasana. Bend the knees deeply up into Utkatasana with the arms. And then all the way up. Come into downward dog. We're going to do Utthita Parshvakonasana, so I would have some height, I need a bit of developing sort of warmth to come into this, or a chair, etc, etc. Downward dog. Initially knees bent, sit bones high, arms shoulder width apart, and then come forwards, long arm chaturanga, and back again, and begin to alternate the legs. Try and get the lifting up out of the wrists all the way up to the sit bones. Swap the legs. And again. And bend both legs, both knees, and see if you can complete the full pose. Okay, back foot slightly in, front foot all the way out. 4 and come up into Trikonasana. Top shoulder lifting. That's it. Good. Length through here, lift up, rotate and bring it round. All in the one plane. Bend the knee, back foot wider, come up, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Take your time to explore it. Can you drop any further into it? And then forwards and hand down. So like in Trikonasana, same plane and then down. Top hand up, get that openness across here and bring it across. You can use the elbow. Okay. And then downward dog. Now you keep going that way. I'm going to switch around just for the sake of the camera angle, I think. So you're in downward dog, and this time it's the opposite foot, back foot in, opposite, front foot and leg all the way out, and then staying low, coming into Trikonasana. The length along these lower ribs, rotation all the way down, and rotating around the back. Keep working, keep moving. So can I lift this? Can I rotate more? Okay, up. And bend your knee, come up into Warrior Two, and you have to get that a little bit more width apart. Staying low. Can you drop any further into it? Outside the edge of the back foot. Yeah, and I'm trying to lift this back and that. And this. And lengthen forward or lengthen this way, same plane, hands wherever. You can use this elbow to help lengthen groin to inner knee. Top shoulder up and back. Wide across here all the way up into that hand. And then rotate it and bring it across. Intense lateral stretch. There's not much doubt about it. It's not just the lateral that's stretching. Okay, downward dog. Come up into that downward dog and then forwards into a long arm chaturanga while I quickly check my notes. Okay, and the right, okay. So this time we're going back to the first side. Okay. Let's see, downward dog. You can come into the long arm if you like, or the full. And then on up. I'm going to stay on the balls of the feet. Into upward dog, downward dog, and again. Collarbones wide, tailbone tucked down, through into upward dog, and then up into downward dog, and from here, so I'm going to turn my right toes in slightly, left foot all the way out. I'm going to keep this leg bent, have my block, and this time I'm only coming as high as where the shoulder is in the right place. You know, so I'm not coming for, we've normally come down into this, we're coming up from the floor, bing, into it. Lengthen groin, inner knee, lifting this hip away from the floor. And come down. So you're going to swap legs. So, same. And then that left foot gets turned in. Right foot and leg all the way out. Keep it low. And I've got a good idea what height I need after. Yeah, top shoulder. So, see, I've moved that hip forwards, I've kind of sunk into the pose. That should be getting to be a straighter line. That's always lovely to help open the chest and then bring it across. Lots of room in those lungs. And then to the floor. Downward dog. And chaturanga. Upward dog. Active legs, no niggles. Collarbones wide. Upward dog. And step forwards with the left. And we're going to come into Warrior Two. So keep this well bent. See if we can get the legs as close to your final destination. And then the rest of the movement hopefully comes as much from just the pelvis as possible. That was tricky. Let's do it on the other side, and that'll bring us up to about the end. So Sit bones lifting. Okay, and then turn the left toes in slightly. Right foot and leg all the way out. Bend it. Get that best alignment you can. Hip lifted. And then as you come up, trying to bring the pelvis. Oh, it can't go all the way for me with that. Back has to take over. Goodness. And to the floor. Downward dog. Hands towards your feet. Uttanasana. Hands to your hips. Straight back. All the way out. Okay. I think we've broached it. Hands together. Prayer position. Namaste. Thank you. Cheers.